Okay, we are back, and I think I'm gonna go try and kill that dragon over there. I kind of want the dragon souls, and I'll tell you why. With the Naruto mod, whichever you get dragon souls and you don't use them to unlock shouts, you can use them to unlock perks or perk slots. And since I'm not gonna be using a lot of shouts, I figured, why not give me the chance to kill a couple of dragons and unlock some extra perks, or the ability to unlock perks. And so this dragon's not too far away, and I think with the three of us, God forbid one of us dies, we can take on the dragon pretty convincingly. It's not too far away. But after we kill this dragon, we're going to be heading back to Riverwood to basically confirm that we are the Dragonborn and kind of advance. I'm not really sure if this is part of the main story, because this is where I kind of got confused in my original playthrough of the game, because it breaks off into the Greybeards and then talking to Delphine. Which I think talking to Delphine is part of the main storyline, so I believe that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so there's the dragon. Let's throw on Sharingan too. Where is the dragon? Yeah, that dragon's pretty hurt. Switch it up here.
I'll fix you good.
I don't know where that witch came from, but all right. Alright, simple as that. Unlock the dragon soul. A couple of people asked me, or not asked me, I put up a poll on one of the last videos that would you guys like me to switch between the styles, or not the styles, but the fuck, I forget the actual proper name for it now. It's slipping my mind. Through the Sharingan users. I'll just use that word for now. And a couple people say yes, more people say yes than no, so I'll probably will switch between them. I did do some testing, and apparently Madara's Perfect Susano causes the game to crash sometimes. I'll definitely look more into it, because that's one of the paths that's what they are. Yeah, so I was going through some of the paths to try and see which ones were stable enough to switch between the playthroughs, because sometimes if you switch between one of the paths throughout a playthrough, it will damage the game. So I didn't want to have that happen during a playthrough and pretty much be shit out of luck. You know what? It will be faster. Why do I still have Morthal? Okay, so right now I can fast travel to the Greybeards. Probably rest up there and then fast travel to Riverwood would be the easiest choice to do, because I do have to go talk to them and let them know that I have the crown and go turn that in, which I may do that. But yeah, I was testing some of that through through a different save file, and I tried to use the perfect Susanoo, and it caused the game to crash whenever I tried to switch weapons. So I don't know. I'll definitely do some more testing with the other paths and see what if it causes issues for that, because it may just be Madara's perfect Susanoo, and it may not like the skeleton mod that I have for the game. So I don't know. It is definitely something we will look into. But let's go ahead and make our way to, let's see, to High Hrothgar. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm pronouncing everything wrong. So just be aware of that if you're a new watcher. I am terrible at pronunciations. Let's see, World's Dawn, attributes. Oh, we actually haven't leveled up yet. Let's get another point into magic, and we have 2 in destruction, which we still can't do anything in the shock magic. Casting a destruction spell overcharges the effects into an even more powerful version. Let's do that. And then impact. Most destruction spells will cause opponent to stagger when dual cast. I'll save that. Let's see. One-handed. What can we do for one-handed? There we go. And now I can do this, which will allow me to put another perk into, let's see, probably gonna go into intellect. Alright, cool. And that should give me, alright, yeah, that increased my magical pool by about 3 points. So yeah, I think we'll go meet the Greybeards, we'll turn that quest in, and then we will go back to Riverwood and talk to Delphine and continue on with the main storyline. Okay, so we're here at the Greybeards, and there's something I probably should have mentioned before I continued with the video. I'm actually recording this at 2K resolution, and it will be outputted like that to YouTube. I think it'll give a little bit more detail for some of the mods that I have, so it'll be a little bit more cleaner. Also, I apologize for the last video. I tried to add a little sharpness to it, but it seems to mess up the encoding, so I won't be doing that anymore. And for those who missed the weekly preview, either before or after this upload, you will see another playthrough that I'm starting. That's for Naruto Ultimate Shippuden, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. God damn, English is hard today. But anyway, let's continue on.
You've retrieved the horn of Jürgen Winkel. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you as Dragonborn. You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push. Da. With all 3 words together,
So this is where we get the final word of the shout, unrelenting force.
Is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Master Hrothgar will now gift you with his knowledge of Da.
There we go.
We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready. Dovahkiin. You have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
Okay, so that does it for the Greybeards. I doubt they'll give you any more information to talk about.
Dovahkiin.
I know you can ask them questions. You can always come here to, I think, rest up and stuff. But beyond that, I think not until later on in the game you really don't have to come here anymore. So with that said, we are going to travel to Riverwood and talk to Delphine and continue on with the main storyline. Alright, we are back in Riverwood and we're going to actually make 2 stops here. One is going to be in the Jutsu Cave and then another was going to be at the end. Before that, I think I'm going to try and see if I switch it to another path and see if it does anything. This is probably stupid. And I probably shouldn't do this during actual playthrough, but
not happened for hundreds of years.
What the hell? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So Sharingan Awakening. I know for a fact that Toby, Nagato, and Madara can use the Rinnegan. And I'm pretty sure Shishui can't. Okay, he definitely can't. Itachi cannot as well. Nagato. Yeah, he gets pretty much all of the Rinnegan abilities. So if you just straight wanted to use the Rinnegan, you can go Nagato. Toby, you really don't get much other than the Phoenix Fire Jutsu. You do, however, get the ability to teleport to anywhere on the map. You can teleport to target locations, and you can teleport behind people. You also get the Rinnegan. Let's try Itachi. Yeah, let's go with Itachi's path for now, and see if we run into any issues with that. And then, of course, we do.
Heard they're reforming the Dawnguard. Vampire hunters.
There we go.
In the old fort near Rift.
And his Amaterasu's different, I think. I think his actually goes directly towards the person instead of being widespread like Sasuke's. Anyway, I'm losing my train of thought here trying to think and do stuff at the same time. We still have Susanoo, Tsukiyomi, and then Tsukiyomi, Mirage, Raven. This is actually going to be very useful if I'm low on health, although the cost is very high. I'll most likely get the chance to show it off. I don't, however, have the Rinnegan anymore, which is... It's not terrible, simply because I'm not going to use a lot of the Rinnegan spells. The Shinra Tensei, yeah, I'll probably be using that a lot. Also, I did change the moon, like I said I would. That's a little bit more appropriate for the playthrough. But yeah, the reason we're coming here is we're going to go talk, or not talk, we're going to go actually use the statue here to pretty much give us more perks to use. The way that works, as I said before, with the Naruto Overhaul mod, you get a statue which lets you turn in Dragon Souls in order to gain more perk points. So I think I have... How many do I have? I think 1 or 2. Let's see. Shouts. Oh, I have 6 Dragon Souls. Okay. So, yeah, that'd give me 6 perks to use. Or 6 perk points to use.
Make it quick.
2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 6. So now we have 6 perk points to which we can use to pretty much power up anything we want here. Let's see, hack and slash. I'm not going to use any of that. Critical art can do a one-handed power attack while sprinting that does double critical damage. That'd be useful. Let's see. nothing for light armor yet. I really don't get hit a lot to use light armor perks like that. I've now realized. Actually, I don't have anything really I can use. I guess I could use impact. I'm not gonna use runes. And then smithing. I should probably work on smithing so I can improve my armor and stuff like that. Don't use two-handed. I don't use archery. I'll keep that last point. But yeah, that's actually very useful, so you don't have dragon souls just kind of sitting on your person not being used, because honestly I'm not going to use any of the dragon souls at all in this playthrough. They would just be sitting there, so I figured why not actually use them on something that'd be useful and just get more perk points out of it. That way I have a reason to slay dragons to get dragon souls, you know, and actually give myself a little bit more of an advantage here. Although technically I guess I really don't need that advantage unless they tend to get in close range. So
what do you want?
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't followed either by except my 3 companions. So let's warm up here a little bit. We should be good on food and supplies.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
Probably be better to talk to her when she actually stops moving.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it?
Yeah, I've
While
been
you're
there.
doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Let's see. Everything's pretty straightforward.
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction. Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards.
Okay.
Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties.
Alright, so a lot of this is not going to be any, not going to be really action based. These next couple of parts, it's
Something
more
you're still
along the
confused about?
lines of not really, I guess, diplomacy to a certain extent. If I play it right, I mean, there is a chance that everything can go to shit,
It means
and
so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
that's great. No, I need you to move now, lady. Thank you. Yeah. So if I play this right, there's no reason for this to get out of hand, but we'll see what happens. So we have to go to Solitude, I believe, is what she said. Matter of fact, we'll take the horse to Whiterun, and then we'll catch a cabin all the way to Solitude. But yeah, I'm gonna try Itachi's. Hopefully his doesn't freeze up, which I don't think it will. I think it's something with Madara's Perfect Susanoo, which causes the game to pretty much freeze and crash. I'm not entirely sure, but I will look more into it later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not a huge fan of Toby's path in the mod simply because his is just really more along the lines of getting from place to place very quickly. A lot of his stuff really doesn't translate that well into combat. And to be fair, in the show up to the point where this mod was made, he really didn't do a lot of combat. Because this was before that Toby was, and spoiler alert, so for those who haven't watched it or read the anime, spoiler alert, Toby turns out to be Obito. And while he was as Toby, before the war got started, he didn't do a lot of combat. You really didn't see him do a lot of anything except being able to use Kamui to pretty much make his body invincible, or not really invincible, like attacks would go through his body because he would take his body to another dimension. So that part of the anime translates into the game, but not a lot of combat heavy stuff. The most you'll get is the Phoenix Flower Jutsu, and if you choose to get the Rinnegan, you'll have the Rinnegan spell. So in terms of combat, that's all you really get. You really don't get anything else like the Fireball Jutsu or Chidori or Kirin or anything like that. So I don't know. It's definitely not my favorite, but I guess it's not overall useless. I mean, there are uses for it, and I'm pretty sure people have played using the Toby path. Okay, so just to save the interest of time, I rode all the way to the Whiterun stables, so we won't have to go through all that again. So yeah, we're gonna travel to Solitude.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go?
Let's go to
Climb
Solitude.
and back, and we'll be off.
And yeah, these next couple of parts are gonna be more of a diplomatic
You ever met one of them
solution more than a physical confrontation.
they called them.
Should be fun.
I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
And we are here at Solitude, or at least the outsides of Solitude. I just want to take this time to say thank you to everyone that's continued watching and playthrough. I know I'm not the greatest Let's Player in the world. I'm trying my hardest, and I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. I honestly didn't think this series would go as well as it's going right now, both in me playing and you guys watching. So, again, I just want to thank you guys for just continuing to watch and support the playthrough.
I know you.
You do not know me. No, you don't. You don't know me. You don't know my struggle.
fault. All the family I ever had. I felt so lost.
But yeah, I greatly appreciate it. I'll try my best to work even harder to give you guys better content as we go on through here. God, I'm terrible at these things. But yeah, I do appreciate it. And I'll try and answer every comment and questions you guys have regarding either this or mods or anything like that. But yeah, I greatly appreciate it, even though if it seems like I don't. I really greatly appreciate you guys watching the content that I put out. So let's see. We need to... Oh, crap. That's right. Fuck. Okay, so the game crashed before I talked to Delphine in Riverwood. And when I booted up the game again, it was on a last save to where I didn't talk to her. So this will only take like 2 seconds in video time, but I gotta run back to Riverwood, then come back to Solitude and continue on with the story. Fuck.